Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today. I want to thank you guys that hung out with us on our live stream this morning on YouTube. Unfortunately, the market was a little slow early. We did get to take a trade a little bit after 10:30, but that wasn't really exciting anyway. So, and the whole day was pretty much slow and dead. We didn't really get any excitement until after the close. We're dealing with EA on earnings, and I am sick to my stomach on that. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. But I'm just sick to my stomach on that. That was just a huge miss. I just left way too much on the table. But here, this snapshot, this is what I took earlier today. I was sitting outside. I modified this laptop stand that rolls around so it can hold two monitors in my laptop. This is what I take when I go to visit family. I can't take, this is too much to take with me when we go to hotels and stuff. But when I go stay with my family in North Carolina, or we, go to the island to stay for a couple weeks, this is what I take. And I can run everything I need to with this. And so I'm sitting outside today, got the chat room up looking at my charts. Good thing is I was in Baba at that time and it was on autopilot. So always good to sit back and enjoy some of the weather, especially when we have it. Watching the birds feed, watching the dogs run around. Just listening to the birds sing. I mean, it's so peaceful. But enjoyed doing that today. I just want to remind you guys, we have our 2 for Tuesday today only. Specials are good to midnight. And they're only offered on the quarterly subscription and the enhanced mentoring package. You get double whatever it comes with. So quarterly, instead of getting 3 months, you get 6 months. The enhanced mentoring, you get twice the mentoring hours and twice the amount of time in the community, the chat room subscription. So those two we're offering. A couple of you guys are taking advantage of it already. And I've got all your information out to you, so you should have that. And this will run until midnight. After midnight, we're done. It's going to be a while before we have any more specials. All right, so today, this is the first trade we took. Like I said, it was, what time? After 10:30, 10:46. Obviously, I wasn't going to trade it up through all of this garbage. So I waited until we got under the 200 here. And I wasn't so concerned about the 5-minute opening range low here. We had taken this out. We had taken out a pre-market low level. So I didn't see this level here when I first got in the trade. I didn't see it. I didn't see it till after I was in it. And this probably would have prevented me from taking the trade. But, I was in it, so I let it work. It did get that first target. I was expecting this to go green on the day. To go red on the day. It tried it. It didn't like it down there at all. So I covered half my position here, but this thing started to bounce. And I ended up having to take it off. It stopped me out at break even. Here we ran all the way back up and rejected again. But just could not stay red on the day. So, this is typical of what we see in the summer. Really low volume, really bad price action, and, trades that just don't follow through. You get choppy trades and they just don't follow through. But we picked up a couple bucks on this. And so now this is Baba, and this is the bear trap I got caught in. Look, you could see we kind of put in a backside. To me, we are put in a backside to the move. this candle kind of tested the waters here and sold off, showed me tremendous weakness. So I got in. And as soon as I got in, I was trapped. So what I was thinking was, okay, this is what these guys do. They trap, nail people with their stops. And most people will put it around the whole dollar mark. Took out their stops. And now we started coming back. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. That's why I had my stop at 171.25. And I thought I was good to go. And we came down, tested this 50, could not lose it, and started to grind back up. So I'm still feeling that this could be a short. Or we could lose this level and pull back down to here. So I waited. We tested this again, but VWAP hell. I probably should have taken it off here, but this is when I was outside enjoying the weather, so I just let it run to see if we would reject and sell off late in the day, and we didn't. So I ended up getting stopped out on this. But, this is one that probably I should have taken off here, but I just didn't. So that was kind of a little error in judgment on this trade. So I always recommend, once we put in a higher low and it looks like we're holding, and here we were holding support, no reason to keep this trade on other than just complete laziness. And so EA, this was an earnings trade, and this just physically has made me sick. I mean, really, really sick. I could have had another $600 plus day today. I mean, this is a home run trade, and this is what you only see a couple of times a year. And I saw it. I sent you guys a message in chat to watch this thing, and then when the secondary move was setting up and it fooled me, I thought it wasn't going to work. And so I took my mind off of it. Now, mind you, I'm driving. Now, I had to pull over and type what I typed in, and I was sitting there, and this didn't look like it was setting up. So I just pulled back off and started heading back toward the house. And next thing I know, the damn thing started to work. But I wasn't chasing it down, but it looks like I should have chased it, because from where my last exit was, we almost got 10 points. It almost sold off 10 points. You talking about sick to my stomach and walking around. There's a reason why I didn't do a live intro to this today, because I look like hell right now because of how frustrated I am for missing this. And that's something that I have to work on. That's one of the things that the weaknesses that I have that I still need to work on is when I miss huge moves like this, especially when I was there and had the ability to take the trade, I really, really get upset. And that's when I can come unglued. But, I am happy we did get this. That kind of saved me from having a red day. Ended up 255.85 on the day. But look at this. I mean, this is just beautiful. But let me go back. I hadn't even talked about the trade yet. All right, so the reason why I shorted this, okay, I did the research on it. I looked it up last night, went through everything. But I had told myself earlier this week, or at the beginning of this weekend, that I'm not going to take any earnings trades because the market looked crazy last week. There were so many setups that whenever a stock I think is going to go short, if it sells off the last 30 minutes, it's dead. because that's just people playing with it, trying to sucker people in, and they're going to buy it up. So that's why, I was telling you guys, the setup broke. The last 30 minutes on all of those trades, the setup broke. On this one, the setup didn't break. But I was real skeptical, and I only went in 50 shares. Now, we made $345 on 50 shares, which wasn't bad. I could have got 50 more and made a ton more money on 50 shares. But I was really conservative because of the tight week we had last week. But every stock I looked at on earnings today did exactly what I anticipated it would do based on the numbers that I crunched, and just market sentiment. And so, I'm going to have a little bit more confidence tomorrow, if I find some that I like tonight. But, this went up. This did exactly what I wanted it to do. And they ran it up last hour. Just kept showing strength. So they were baiting people in. And then the bottom fell out. And what these guys do when people are having to sell for a loss, they're buying it up. They're just killing it. Just killing it. So what I like to do is I like to let them do the work, and I just come in and trade on the backside of them. But I hate it to see. I hate I missed that. That was just too good. But fortunately, some of you guys in the community caught this. You got the secondary trade that I alerted you guys on, and you turn around and got the third move as well. So, you guys really, you racked up today. So you guys did a good job nailing that. Unfortunately, your fearless leader sucked and couldn't get it. But, I'll take it. I'll take this day over a red day any day. Also, I did close KTOS according to plan. I had an order in at 1610, and the highest it got was 1609. It never did make a new high, a new 52-week high. I probably could have left it on, and just to see if we were gonna push it tomorrow. We may push through it tomorrow, but I had to stick to my plan. If I had 100 shares, I would have taken half off today and left another half on to see if we do get the push. But only trading with 50 shares, we're starting very small. This is what we have to do. And this is what helps us build our discipline. And this really helped us work with our patience, because this stock took a long time to get to where I wanted it to get to. But we made $102.01. That is, so we only, let's see, how much did we use? $729, I believe. And we made 1,000, where is it? 1,000, no, I'm sorry, $102.01. And we risked $729. I'll get it. I'll get my head wrapped around it. So we made 14% on this swing. So on the money that we invested, we made 14% on. Now I know it took, several weeks, but where can you gain 14% on your money in 7 weeks other than the market? I don't know anywhere else you can do it legally. Let me clarify that. Legally, I don't know where else you can do it. But this was a great move. We're going to look for, start looking for another one, and see if we can keep our momentum going. So finally got KTOS closed out. Really, really pleased with this. Only thing I hate is that it took so long, but it eventually did exactly what we wanted to do. And swing trades are like that. Some are going to work in a couple of days. Some are going to take a couple of weeks. So you got to take the good with the bad, the slow with the fast, and keep on trucking. So that's going to do it for me today. I am done. So I hope you guys have a great night, great evening, and we'll get back at this thing first thing in the morning.